Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and we're back again talking about the Rippaverse Detractors. This is probably going to be a short one, there isn't too much going on, but we'll see how far that this will go. There's only about 4 more days left until the campaign ends for Isom number 2, with a total of 12,099 cover A's already sold, 12,501 cover B's already sold, 3,867 cover C sold, 2,396 cover D sold. Now the cover D will be available after the fact, because this is going to be the mass print cover for this issue, just like cover C was the mass print, or is the mass print for Isom 1. There have been 2,173 total books donated to comic books for kids, of over 19,175 purchasers, with a pre-order campaign goal of $350K, currently sitting at $2.244 million. You can, of course, if you don't get cover A, B, or C, those will no longer be available. Cover D will still be available. There are only 2,000 short boxes. And then these shirts are only available until they're completely sold out, and then they're done. Same thing, I believe, with the posters. They have all different types of bundles here, as well as catch-up bundles. And then, of course, the donations for both Isom 1 and Isom 2 are down here. Moving on over to the Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account, where we have, once again, a bunch of brainlets who think they know anything about business or how the comics industry works. Divvy Gnome, who is also called Obtuse Gnome. This dude is always has something business, has some of his business sense he wants to throw in. Meanwhile, he's not running a successful business himself, and he feels like he always wants to put his 2 cents in. Meanwhile, he doesn't know anything about the comic book industry or how sold product works within the comic book industry. So we have business experts weigh in on the Rippaverse numbers. Let's take a look. 33,001 books sold this campaign, if we include the donated books, which the campaign is still going on for another 4 days, so the number is going to increase. You're a little too early. Versus 62,670 for Isom number 1, which means he has sold 52.66% as much as last time, with 45.29% as many people. The 62% as much money is because of the expensive add-ons. Isom number 3 will be around 15k people, maybe less, which Isom number 3 isn't even the next book. The next book is actually going to be Alpha Core number 1, written by Chuck Dixon, and Pencil Ink are by Joe Bennett. But of course, these people don't actually pay attention to anything, because all they want to do is hate from the sidelines rather than keeping themselves actually informed about the information that they want to put out there. The second issue has sold 50% fewer books. That typically happens with all second issues, even in mainstream comics. So why aren't they complaining about that in the mainstream comics? Only with Eric July, because he has a difference of opinions, he is rough around the edges, and he's someone that these people don't like generally. So half his previous buyers clearly didn't enjoy his storytelling. Something that he was more than prepared for and said ahead of time that he knew would happen, because it happens in the mainstream comic industry. The money is irrelevant. Meanwhile, the pros, as they call themselves, are all pissy broke and can't afford to pay bills. Buying way more product than they need seems to be the Rippaverse's standard operating procedure. Well, they buy more product so they have product available to sell, because even though the campaigns end, there's still product to be sold. This is the company that bought 50,000 extra Isom cover 1 cover C's, even though they only sold 18,000 after all. And there's still being more cover A's sold. I'm pretty sure when Isom 3 launches, there's going to be yet another catch-up bundle that comes with Isom number 1 and 2. It didn't sell 63% as well. He just included higher priced items. Over half of the original buyers didn't buy the second one. Yes, you sell less for book 2 usually. Oh, now you're saying that after all this time that people have been telling you this. Now you say this? You don't get to shift the goalposts and act like you knew this already. Because people have been telling you forever, and then all of a sudden now you're saying it. Just shut up. But a greater than 50% drop in buyers is horrible. This is bad superhero movie levels of drop off. Not really. Superhero movies cost a lot more to make, and it's actually much, much worse than what you're projecting. But of course, that's what you do. You try to put your business sense in, and you're not even running a business yourself, and you think you're smarter than everyone else. Moving over to actual fandom, 20,000 people have seen the initiative's mission statement, the failure initiative, in which we lay out why we came together and the insidious motive behind anti-fandom. Yeah, with a bunch of racists. Congratulations. He responds to Eric July, of course, thinking he had some type of own with his terrible 1 hour and 22-minute video, which I went through over on a live stream. It's still up on the channel. You're not, quote, rough around the edges. Yes, he is, because he's clearly ruffled your feathers enough that you made an hour and 22-minute video on him talking about how you're obsessed, and you mentioned the fact that he was a employee, quote unquote, of the Blaze like 6 or 7 times. As I lay out in my recent video, you're a propagandist and disinformation merchant in service of Blaze Media. No, he's not. You didn't really prove anything because your video was garbage. And of course, profit, both lending themselves to your obvious hatred of the alphabet community. No. A comic industry that rejects you, and basic facts. The comic industry doesn't reject him. He's not part of the mainstream comic industry. He's part of the independent comic industry and has the highest grossing independent comic of all time. And no, I didn't send anything to anyone. I say what I need to in videos, and I support it with evidence. Yeah, not really. I wouldn't waste a cent on him and even read his comic for free. I even read his comic for free. So you admit that you pirated the book. I still want my money back. You can't get any money back, obviously. I know it's a joke, but you stole a man's property to read it. And I can tell you right now, you're more than likely biased against him because you don't like Eric July as a person, so you're going to be biased against his work, obviously. Come on. Let's be real now. We also have, shout out to Bruce, another man angry because we fans of Eric July and the Rippaverse actually support what we enjoy with our voices, social media, and our wallets. This is called free marketing. This is called word of mouth. But that's what this person fails to understand, similar to all of my haters who want to say I want to do these weird things to Eric. I don't care about your weird fantasies. You can keep commenting below about them, and I don't care. But y'all consistently lie about this man for whatever reason. You claim to not care about this, and yet here you are trying to grab and bite at the ankles of Eric July over something that he's done on his own outside of mainstream. These people whine, cry, ankle bite, and rarely support what they claim to enjoy. This guy says, Eric July fans build their entire personality around buying merch to the point where they look like interns trying to game Twitter's algorithm. Sad. So yeah, basically trying to shame Bruce into saying that, that he buys books and merch. You're trying to shame him, which you can't because he's a big supporter of Rippa financially with his comics and regular super chatting and streams. So you can't really shame someone who's proud of what they're purchasing. He's clearly proud of what he purchased. He's happy with the books that he's read and bought. So you can't really shame someone who likes something. Pointing out, of course, is Andrew, who is the creative and social media manager of the Rippaverse. Right? Showing the man's art. Now this is terrible. This is why he's so angry at Eric July. He puts out garbage art like this. This is terrible. Holy crap, this is bad. That's probably why he's so angry. And here he is right here. That makes you this thing. Of course, because you always have to put your 2 cents even though you're an idiot. Moving over to Buster Baxter, who always has something to say constantly, like saying how he got blocked by Eric July. Like, Eric July doesn't have to interact with you at all. He can pick and choose who he wants to interact with, just like anybody else on this platform, but you feel the need to post it here like it's some kind of own, and you're trying to somehow reclaim the meme of that you're Buster Baxter, which it's not going to work. It really doesn't work that way, bud. The people get to decide if you get to take back a meme, and it's never going to work because everyone just continues to laugh at you because you're a jealous fool, right? And even after Actual Fandom's video came out, he's still kind of up and down on views and subs here. Like, my sub counts are much better than this. So, all in all, these people are going to continue to be jealous of people who are supportive of something that they don't like. They're going to continue to be jealous that people are enthusiastic about something they don't like, and that they support a man that they don't like. It's very possible to support someone, and you cannot like them. You can go over there and play your own little sandbox and do whatever you want to do. at the end of the day, you're not going to stop the Rippaverse from happening. You're not going to stop the Rippaverse from continuing and progressing. You're just going to continue to essentially hate market for it. People are going to look at it and go, this guy's not so bad. I'm going to support him. So continue to do it. Us fans are continue to celebrate and have fun over here. And Eric July is going to continue to laugh at you weirdos all the way to the bank. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. Please vote in the community poll if you haven't already. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.